day. What the?
Tough day at the office, huh? Mine is a killer. Put your heart into those streams, my lovely girl, the better to bait my trap.
Unlike all the other chase sequences so far, this one's very difficult in theory. The goblin moves way faster than you, and he drops a ton of bombs behind him that can be difficult to swing around.
You must strike without mercy to win.
If you hurt her, I'll make you suffer.
Ooh! Now you're getting into the spirit of things.
However, this is only actually difficult if you do what Peter would do and stay right behind the goblin the whole time. Instead, because I memorized his route, we're going to stay as far away from him as possible. We're also going to be taking a few shortcuts around different buildings, of course.
Oh, you're falling behind.
I've got to go faster.
So yeah, it is kind of a joke when you know how to cut the goblin off and how to stay away from his bombs, but you're not going to beat this level on the first try anyway. It's very easy to get into situations where it seems that you're hopelessly far behind, but that's only because you're still trying to follow the goblin's path directly instead of cut him off. For example, when we turn to the left right here.
If you weren't an armor, I'd break your teeth!
That's not very ladylike.
Help me! Spider-Man!
This is between you and me, Goblin. Leave her out of it.
This last section is a lot more open than the rest of the race, so it's much easier to...
I'm slipping.
Help me! Spider-Man!
So it's much easier to see where Goblin is headed.
We're almost there, hero. Let's finally settle our feud.
Just put her down safely, and then we'll see how tough you really are.
Put me down, you jerk! Help!
Quiet, girlie. Come on, brother. Let's do this.
Hurry! The fire's getting closer! Thanks!
Find somewhere safe to hide. I'll take care of Green and Gruesome.
Repeatedly cannonball kicking Goblin while he's on his glider is still the preferred method of assault. He will be able to counterattack a lot more during this boss fight than previously, but this still seems the best option. He's also a lot faster, as we've already covered, so it can be more difficult to, stun lock him. But you can easily jump over most of his attacks by hopping off your web line. When he's on the ground, we're going to use our impact webbing again, and we're going to stay really close this time. He has a habit of actually dodging the impact webbing, but the closer we are, the harder time he has dodging it. We're still going to jump when we fire it, of course. He has way more projectiles this time, but all of them can be jumped over, so jumping around like a maniac suits us just fine. His glider will fly around and try to assault us while we're shooting impact webbing at him, but it's just as easily jumped over as everything else. Basically what I'm saying is the boss is a joke if you jump around him in a circle. Sometimes he will run under the bridge though, which hampers our plans slightly. Good thing he didn't stay under there very long.
Mr. Osborn. Why?
Surprised? Yes, I suppose you would be. But the best surprise is still to come. Tell Harry I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. Mary Jane, there's something I have to tell you.
I know, Tiger. You don't have to say.
Yeah, that's my life. Complicated. Looks like you're done now. Go outside and play.
That's it for the main story of Spider-Man the movie game. There are of course going to be extras like with every Spider-Man game ever, so stick around for those. This game was super fun and ambitious, but it's also super weird. It's also impossible to point to any one level in the game and say, this is what this game is like, because it switches gears so often. But I think you could argue that's the most positive aspect about it. While future Spider-Man games do still build on these first three in some ways, the next game takes a huge departure from what every 3D Spider-Man game so far has been like. But it also has much better game balance and is a lot more polished than this one. It's still hard to ask for a much better send-off to the game template that Neversoft established. Alright, that's about all I have to say, so enjoy the crazy remix for the rest of the credits.
sometime. I'm Spider-Man.
Ooh! Now you're getting into the spirit of things. You must strike without mercy to win.
Give me a break.
Nothing like an ass of life enough.
I'm Spider-Man.
Ooh! Now you're getting into the spirit of